Hi, my name's Kevin Cracknell, and my family and I have been here in the Philippines for 11.5 years as missionaries, and we've seen so many things and so many lives touched, and our heart here in this community is to really expose the works of darkness and really come against that which holds the people down. And in Ephesians 3:10, the word talks about Jesus' intent is that now through the church, through us, people of God, is to make known the manifold wisdom of God to the powers and principality of the air or the heavenly. And this was his intent through Christ, to take us, simple people, and to make known the manifold wisdom of God to the powers and principalities in the air. You know, the Bible also says that our battle's not with flesh and blood, but it's with powers and principalities and things that rule and govern over different people's lives. And sometimes when you have an alcoholic, it's not the person so much, but it's the spirit of alcoholism that really controls and manipulates him. And God's called us as the church to love the person and to hate the darkness and to expel the darkness. And so our goal here with His Mission Christian Fellowship, Talukanga, is to really raise up a mature body of Christians and to go out into these different communities through the breakfast club that we have, the feeding that we have, and really reach out to different communities, their children, and through their children touch their parents, so that we can bring down these powers of darkness. You know, many young people today, they're watching these superhero movies. They're watching Superman and all the other Marvel characters that come out. And you know, one thing that I remember about the Word is when they saw Jesus and the things that He did, the miracles that He performed, they looked up on Him and they marveled. Christ said it's Him and us that's the hope of glory. And Christ came to, in a sense, make us superheroes. Not that we are that superhero, but that Christ in us makes us supernatural beings that have this power that was worked in Him at the time that He rose from the dead. That power works in us so that we can expel and destroy the works of darkness around us. Our goal is to go into an area and through, you know, practical acts of service, through, you know, sharing the gospel and establishing the light of the gospel. And also our heart is to plant different churches. And we want to do all that by using different inlets, and one of those inlets or one of those roads to get into these different areas is the feeding program we have. And so through Breakfast Club, which is our feeding program, it opens the door really wide for us to get in and to share the gospel, feed the kids, and really impact the kids. And through the kids start impacting their parents start to come, and out of that we're able to plant churches just like we did in Clark. This is how we carry kids in the Philippines. This is a sling for the baby. And now I see JR's right here. My foster kid. And we're climbing the mountain. We're here in Kibalatong. It's a small tribe. The tribe is Kaulo. And this is Benigno. And he's the tribal leader. And so we're here today to bring the light of the gospel and to bring actual lights as well, solar lights, so that they can worship in their church. So here we are in Kibalatong, and this is the simbahan, or church, that we built last time we were here. And so we're on a missions trip again with Pastor Tony and the church at His Mission Christian Fellowship, and we brought solar lights so that we could put in the church, so that we could do Bible studies and different events at night, and they'll be able to read their Bibles and do prayer meetings at night. So we want to say thank you to our supporters, and we appreciate you guys.
Ang Christopher Farm is dako jud kayo siya ang tabang sa mga community kay daghan kay mga nga bata ang malnourished niyang isa kay instead kanang mamalit dili na lang kay diri na lang siya kuan sa Christopher Farm.
Sa umaabot is mao na siya ang sustain sa panginahanglan labi na sa breakfast club.
So ang breakfast club karon nagpadayon, then nagpray mi sa Ginoo, then ang Ginoo naghatag og panan-aw na i-reach out na mo ang uban na area. So nag-start mi sa carp. 2 years na mi karon nga year ika 2 years na mo sa carp, nag-start mi ningon ang Ginoo nga naaday masakiton didto ang pui ug naayo siya. Pinagis tabang sa Ginoo, nag-start mig feeding sa mga bata 50 plus sa carp area. Then wala mi nagtuo kutob lang didto. Na-extend pa ang breakfast club dito sa Kibalatong. Then ang Ginoo dako kay panan-aw nga gihatag sa ako. Okay, niabot na pud mi sa bagsak karon. So nag-feeding mi sa bagsak 30 plus ka mga bata every Saturday afternoon. Then pagkahuman dako kay panan-aw dili lang kutob diha. Napay vision nga gikuan sa Ginoo nga i-reach out pa namo daghang pa mga bata nga mapakaon ug daghang pang mga dagko nga mapaabot namo ang pulong sa Ginoo.
Early morning, I woke up, sayok ay ko mumata kay mag-prepare kog pagkaon sa feeding tungod kay ang heart nako ang kang heart sa akong asawa is nagkatukma gayon nga dunag yoy kanang feeding nga pagabuhaton tungod kay ang Dios gayud ang nagsugo kanamo nga ang mga bata pakanon sa mga materyales nga pagkaon din pakanon po namo sa pulong sa Ginoo.
Christopher Farm started from the death of a child named Christopher. He didn't die from a terminal illness or an infection. He just died because he didn't have food. What birthed in our hearts was something called the Breakfast Club, and what we do is we feed children, sometimes up to 100 children, 3 to 4 or 5 times a week. And we came up with this idea, but the problem was how to sustain it because we're feeding so many kids and there's so many malnourished. And so God gave us this plan with Christopher Farm. This farm is supposed to be a self-sustaining to not only produce produce and meat for the feeding program itself, but it's also to generate income to buy rice and to buy different things that we need for the feeding programs. And so we just want to thank you guys for your support. For you supporting Christopher Farms. We really appreciate everything that you're doing, and you would never know how many lives you're touching until you can see it firsthand. And so you give us the opportunity to see what God wants to do in the lives of the young people of this nation. And so we appreciate you. God bless. As missionaries, we see a lot of difficult things, and one day I was walking in a place called Talisay, and we saw JR sitting on the side of a road, and he was eating sand. He was so hungry, he was just trying to fill his belly with whatever was there, and my heart was grieved, and we then took him into our feeding program, but he was so malnourished that he needed something more. And so my wife and I, we became foster approved, and one day I saw JR in church, and God spoke to me and he said, "Kevin, it's time to take him into your home." And so my wife and I, we finished the foster care process with DSWD, and we've had JR in our hands for a little over a couple of months. And so we got him, he was about 16 pounds. He's 5 years old, and he's about to turn 6 in about a month. Since he's been with us, he's gained probably around 8 to 9 pounds, and he's about 25 pounds right now. And so he's getting healthier and stronger, and he's getting really chipper, and he's really fun and exciting. So we won't be here for his birthday. We're going to be in the States with you guys, but we wanted you to see JR and see what he's about. So give me some knuckles. Boom, make it fly. All right.